Welcome to This Week in Astrology. This is episode number 572 for February 8 through 14, 2021. What's new? The second most important aspect of 2021, Saturn Sextile Chiron, offers a lifeline of harmonious healing and wisdom this week. We also have an Aquarius new moon and 8 bonus aspects that are not in my written forecast. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm your host, Benjamin Bernstein, broadcasting from thisweekinastrology.com. I simultaneously record these weekly forecasts as an audio podcast and a video, so you can choose whichever you prefer. The video version includes detailed chart graphics, which you can also see in my written forecasts at astroshaman.com. We're honored to be one of the internet's top 10 astrology podcasts. Check out our website, thisweekinastrology.com, where you can hear the show and subscribe to podcast updates. If you haven't already, be sure to click the link in the show notes for 2 chances to win a free Astrology Plus session with me each month. What's old? We've got a waning moon. Mercury is retrograde through February 20th. We've also got a triple Thor's hammer highlighting selfless service through February 14th. And that grand cross with Vesta, Neptune, and the Liter Nodes perseveres all the way through March 18. We've discussed these other aspect patterns in previous shows. Let's get on to our individual events. Monday, February 8th, our first bonus aspect, Sun conjunct Mercury at 20 degrees Aquarius. The Sun illuminates Mercury, which is thinking and communicating. It's all in Aquarius, which is about revolutionary thinking outside the box. Get your intuitive hits, pass them along. I'm actually going to be fairly brief with the bonus aspects this time. There's a lot to cover today. We also have here on Monday, February 8th, Pluto Sextile Ceres. That's Pluto at 25 Capricorn, Ceres at 25 Pisces. This will tend to be positive, its manifestation. Ceres, one of its flavors is harvest. Ceres is also known as Demeter, the grain goddess, harvest, abundance. Pluto is wealth and power. Sextile is energized, harmonious connection. So actually that bodes really well for abundance and prosperity of some kind. If Ceres does bring up her shadow work side, and Pluto can cover that too, the sextile suggests that you could work through it more easily and harmoniously. Let's move on to Tuesday, February 9th, our big event, Saturn Sextile Chiron. Saturn's at 6 Aquarius, Chiron is at 6 Aries. As I said before, this is the second most important aspect of 2021, offering a lifeline of harmonious healing and wisdom. This has its first iteration today, and it will be exact twice more on June 24th and November 26th. And it is in orb, which means close enough for significant impact, for more than 15 months. Started back on November 13 of 2020. It will continue in orb through February 24th of 2022. This flowing aspect counterbalances 2021's most important aspect, the Saturn-Uranus square. The square is much more challenging, especially to structures that have outlived their usefulness. The sextile supports us in understanding the deeper meaning of the radical changes we'll experience in 2021. The sextile can also help us heal personally and collectively. I've been thinking deeply about what's happening in the world, especially regarding politics and the pandemic. These 2 aspects, Saturn squaring Uranus and sextiling Chiron, are inextricably intertwined. It's hard for me to discuss the societal impact of one without bringing in the other. Because of this, I'm saving most of my societal discussion of the Saturn-Chiron sextile for my upcoming Saturn-Uranus square interpretation on February 17. The rest of this forecast will focus on using the sextile in your personal life. Chiron is the wounded healer. This wounding can be emotional, psychological, or physical. In addition to physical pain, this wounding can also catalyze challenge if it triggers unhealed traumas from your childhood or past lives. How much you suffer, or if you suffer at all, depends on your shadow work skills. That's where Chiron can step into its life-affirming roles as the mentor and healer. It encourages you to find effective shadow work tools to heal your old emotional and psychological wounds. Doing this also has a wonderful side effect. Each layer of completed shadow work deepens your spiritual awakening. One shadow work tool that has helped thousands do this essential inner work quickly and easily is my healing invocation. You can learn how to do it in my free invocation masterclass linked in the show notes. Chiron can also encourage you to work with a mentor. This wisdom giver can help you understand what's going on, help heal you, and teach you techniques for self-healing. Or you could be the mentor and or healer yourself, stepping into this role or taking it to the next level. Saturn's most relevant meaning in this context is simply structure. The Saturn-Uranus square, along with other astrological factors in 2021, will destabilize all structures that do not serve highest good, external or internal, physical or conceptual. If you have a say in the matter, you can decide whether a given structure should be transformed or released. The Saturn Chiron Sextile can help you do this wisely and can help support whatever healing is needed during and afterward. Then we have another bonus aspect today, Neptune opposing Vesta. Neptune's at 20 Pisces, Vesta is at 20 Virgo. Vesta is sacred service to a higher cause. Neptune is unconditional love and compassion. So you can not only have this unconditional love and compassion while serving this cause, Neptune also can give you all sorts of divine inspiration and help you do it in flow state. On Wednesday, February 10th, another bonus aspect, Mercury square Mars. Mercury is at 18 Aquarius, Mars at 18 Taurus. Mercury square Mars can energize your communication. You can be fiery and passionate and exciting and inspiring, but Mercury square Mars can also be words that are used for attack. You're chewing someone out or doing unpleasant words. So just be mindful about that. Again, with Mercury in Aquarius, you may have more genius, more inspiration popping in, and that, of course, can inspire your positive, life-affirming, powerful communication. Thursday, February 11th, another bonus aspect, Venus conjunct Jupiter at 13 Aquarius. These are the two classic benefics of ancient astrology. Venus is the lesser benefic, Jupiter is the greater benefic. They both stand for good luck. Doesn't guarantee this will be life-affirming, but the odds are kind of in that favor. Venus is relationship, creativity, and finance. Jupiter says expand, make it lucky, make it big. So basically, this could be a very positive energy for all those things, relationship, creativity, and finance. Especially with Venus in Aquarius, if you're willing to follow your intuitive hits, perhaps take an innovative approach, not just do it the same old way. Let's move on now on Thursday, February 11th to the Aquarius new moon. This lines up at 2:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Aquarius at 23 degrees, 16 minutes. Any Aquarius new moon is ideal for new beginnings or renewed energy in three areas: flying your freak flag, following your intuitive hits, and serving others using the special talents you love most. If you're experiencing internal or external chaos and agitation, do more of these life-affirming things. This will give the Aquarian energy something better to do. Aspects. This new moon has three significant aspects with two shared themes. The aspects are conjunctions to the sun and moon from Pallas Athena, which is tight, and from Mercury, which is loose, as well as a square from Mars to the luminaries. The first common theme is shared by Pallas Athena and Mars. Some would call this theme warrior, but I prefer striving for a worthy cause. Mars is the embodiment of masculine assertiveness. His placement in Taurus can give you endurance and worldly effectiveness. Pallas Athena is the warrior goddess who, in Greek mythology, sprang fully armored from the head of Zeus. Like Wonder Woman, she can duke it out with the best of them. But she can also help you accomplish your goals through strategy, diplomacy, negotiation, or politics. I recommend these subtler strategies whenever possible, since they're more likely to create win-win outcomes. These aspects could also indicate assertive action directed against you. If so, consider calling upon the second common theme. This one is shared by Pallas Athena and Mercury, communication. All of Pallas Athena's themes, except for outright battle, involve communication. Learning and communication is Mercury's primary meaning. Mercury is retrograde right now, inviting you to reflect before taking action. And the energy of Aquarius, the placement of all the planets mentioned here except Mars, suggests acting from a place of genius. Do you think you don't have access to genius? Think again. In ancient Rome, where the word originated, they didn't think of a person as a genius. For them, a genius was a visiting spirit who popped in with a great idea. This is closer to the idea of intuition, another Aquarian keyword, where information and guidance pop in from your higher self. Either way, this makes genius available to anyone, including you. Whether you're responding to challenge or initiating action yourself, this Aquarius new moon encourages you to work smart and innovate. This new moon Sabian symbol is a man turning his back on his passions teaches deep wisdom from his experience. In my opinion, the wisdom a man would teach from such an experience is don't turn your back on your passions. Passion is your higher self inspiring you to do something. There's a life experience calling to you that will help you fulfill your soul purpose. Don't confuse passion with lower urges such as impulsiveness or lust. In this context, passion is a loftier enthusiasm. A passion is a consistent, enthusiastic attraction. Fulfilling it is a positive, life-affirming experience. This will not always be easy, but if you're walking the service to other path, pursuing your passions will make your life and the lives of others more juicy and wonderful. Let's go to Saturday, February 13th, Mercury conjunct Venus, both at 15 Aquarius. This can promote harmonious communication, harmonious learning. In Aquarius, again, you might be inspired to communicate with your beloved, perhaps, in an innovative or outside-the-box way. All sorts of cool outside-the-box things can happen here in whichever of those ways you decide to use Mercury and Venus together. Also, creative writing could be very inspired under this aspect. We also, on Saturday, February 13th, have the Sun quintile Uranus. The Sun is at 25 Aquarius. Uranus is in 7 Taurus. This doubles up archetypes. Uranus and Aquarius, the sign the Sun is in, are the same archetype. The quintile is the sign of genius and inspiration, which is very similar in meaning to Uranus and Aquarius. So it's just all full of divine inspiration, intuitive hits, genius. Just a fabulous time to feel electrified and excited and be inspired to move in your own unique, cool direction. And then finally, here on the 13th, we have Mars sextile Neptune. And Mars is at 20 Taurus and Neptune is at 20 Pisces. This is a beautiful combination. Neptune is the flow of divine energy and inspiration. Mars is action. And this is a great time to just get into flow state. And in flow state, time seems to disappear. Things seem to go on autopilot in a really beautiful way. And you just feel, I'm just moving in flow. Mars and Neptune together, given that Mars is in Taurus, a sign of manifestation, this is a great law of attraction setup. Here, Neptune says, I can help you visualize and imagine. Mars says, I can take action and manifest. Taurus, bring it into physical, concrete reality. Also a great setup for sacred sex. Neptune is the divine flow of energy, the divine consciousness coming in. Mars, of course, is sexuality. Taurus is sensuality. Lovely, harmonious, energized, and flowing setup for all this stuff. Really lovely aspect. Let's move on to Sunday, February 14th, Mercury conjunct Jupiter. Both planets are at 13 Aquarius. We're going to tie this into that event which occurs on February 14th, which happens to be my birthday, by the way. I'm turning 61. Valentine's Day is all about love and romance, but with the pandemic still strong, many couples are having to rethink how to celebrate this day. Fortunately, today's Mercury-Jupiter conjunction at 13 Aquarius supports innovative solutions. You and your beloved may not be able to celebrate this day of love like before, but the original thinking and brilliant ideas supported by this aspect can help you connect as intimately as circumstances allow. More generally, this aspect merges the planets of thinking, learning, and teaching in the sign of genius. It's a great time for mentally focused work or for electrifying others with your ideas. I'm making 2 live web appearances this week. Join me for my first appearance on Spirit and Spark TV this Thursday, February 11 at noon U.S. Eastern Time. I'll be giving the astrology forecast for the week during the show, including 2021's most important aspect, the mighty Saturn-Uranus square I've been talking about on this podcast. I'll be on This Morning, hosted by multi-generational psychic mediums Lisa Gunshore and Alyssa Hawking. This morning features your weekly dose of uplifting energy and psychic predictions every Thursday morning at noon Eastern Time. We're living in some of the most stressful times ever. It seems like everyone's overwhelmed. That's why it's more important than ever to have techniques for spiritual awakening and healing that are quick, easy, and effective. And that's exactly what I offer with my free field-tested invocations. These amazingly simple techniques, which I received by divine download 10 years ago, have worked their magic for thousands of people. During this live online appearance I'm about to tell you about, I'll walk you through everything you need to know to do them, and we'll let you experience their magic firsthand. I discuss all this live this Tuesday, February 9th at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Register for free as I'm about to describe, and then tune in. And that's just my appearance. On top of that, are you ready to awaken to happiness now and create the life you truly desire? Join me and a new crew of over 40 amazing transformational teachers, mentors, leaders, and wayshowers. We're all coming together on the Alara Canfield Show, Awaken to Happiness Now Masterclass Series. Enjoy dozens of wonderful conversations and experiential processes. Alara has invited me back as a presenter to help inspire and empower you. Create the life you truly desire. Join us as together we step into a new sacred reality. When you register, you'll receive access to the live shows and replays. You'll also receive valuable gifts from the presenters. Experience powerful conversations, processes, clearings, and tools. Transform your energy, life, and consciousness forever. Join us on this amazing journey of love, joy, ease, prosperity, and happiness. Also, everyone is welcome to participate in many Awakening Plus Zoom calls for free. These events support your individual healing and awakening, as well as global spiritual awakening. Some events are for Awakening Plus members only, but we'd love to have you join our supportive online community. Dip your toe in the water with our 30 days for $1 risk-free trial membership. Here are details on this week's two events, both at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. On Tuesday, February 9, Divinely Directed, a members-only event. This call is directed by Spirit's in-the-moment guidance to serve each person's highest good. We start each Divinely Directed call by singing the directions, calling in our divine allies, and making sure we have a safe, radiant, sacred container. Then our guided group meditation spontaneously unfolds. I narrate the experience, serving as the group's empathic tour guide. Each Divinely Directed call is unique, but a typical call features a subtle field being held. Within this sacred space, each person receives the specific awakening, healing, or spiritual experience that serves their highest good. In addition to these customized individual experiences, the group often blends together as a single divine being. Words like bliss, euphoria, and ecstasy are simply not adequate to describe some of the spiritual experiences we share in the inner worlds. This will last 60 to 90 minutes. Then we have a free public event called New Earth Support Team this Thursday. In this popular weekly event, we first create our sacred container and invoke embodied awakening. Then we team up, flowing energy to support the more awakened new earth currently blossoming. Our intention is always the same, but the divine keeps it fresh by providing endless variations on this amazing experience. Thankfully, one thing remains consistent: the personal spiritual upgrades and profound bliss we always receive. This will last about an hour. Looking ahead, we've got shamanic breathwork, a very intense and transformative experience on Tuesday, February 16. There's a community support call on Wednesday, February 17th, and a guest presenter on Tuesday, February 23rd. Awakening Plus features at least 10 live streaming events each month. Many live events are open to everyone for free, but members receive these exclusive benefits. At least 10 live Zoom calls to choose from each month, about half of which are members only, an archive of now over 300 life-transforming events, plus a best-of guide to help you choose the best ones. We have enlightening course content, including the complete 16-part invocation masterclass, 2 community connection calls per month, an accountability partner, a private forum, so much juicy goodness. Learn more or start your 30 days for $1 risk-free trial membership at awakeningplus.com. Thanks for being here. Once again, I'm Benjamin Bernstein with astroshaman.com. I can serve you with astrology readings, shamanic healing, awakening activation, astrological event timing, and one-of-a-kind life coaching. All my one-on-one services are equally effective in person or long distance, and during the pandemic, I have dropped my rates. I also offer an unbeatable price on SolarFire, the #1 astrology software for Windows, and as I mentioned, I run the Awakening Plus online membership for spiritual support. You can learn all about this and more at astroshaman.com. To see the show notes, go to astroshaman.com/572. Please reach out if you have any questions. My email is astroshamanbenjamin@gmail.com. My number for voice and text, 828-338-9852. I'd love to connect with you. We're wrapping up. Please leave me a rating, review, or comment wherever you're getting this episode so others who also love astrology and spirituality can find it. Thanks again for spending this time with me. Stay safe, stay healthy. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light your way.